Today we're going to install a tip on a carbon fiber shaft using a Mid-America Pro Series lathe. First, I like to get the shaft ready, install collets every time to protect the shaft. I like to collet down into the front chuck. I use the 4-jaw steady rest in the rear to hold the back end of the shaft. This is going to be a thoroughbred medium soft tip. I like to take it, rough it up on my sanding block, just knock the back down smooth best possible. Once we get it smoothed out, I like to put 1 drop of super glue onto a piece of old paper or cardstock, and I'll use this 1 drop to prep the back of my tip. That'll keep the glue from wicking into the tip during the installation. I've had a lot better results doing this in the past, so I just tend to do it every time I do a tip installation. Now I use a little seal clean on a piece of napkin to just get any chalk or residue off of the ferrule or vault plate. If you leave any on there, the super glue will get on top of it at times and seal it in, making it almost impossible to get it off. A good white ferrule looks good. This is my Olfa brand snap-off knife. It's the only one I use. I use the Olfa blades and the Olfa knife. Not all razor blades are created equally. I use a knife and I cut the old tip off, being sure to leave any factory pad or whatnot in place. Scruff the tip up one more time lightly. Put my cutting tool in, and now I'm going to face the old tip off. I like to do it in a few small passes to make sure not to remove any material or more than necessary from the old ferrule. Now I typically hold the tip and I kind of apply the glue in a circular motion. I'm always careful to coat the whole underside of the tip with glue. You don't want to get so much that it oozes out, just a thin, even layer across the whole tip. And I guess I'm old school. I push them on by hand. Glued my fingers to many a tips in the past. Some adhere almost instantly. Some take a little longer. I think it depends on the material that you're gluing to. But I like to fill it and make sure it's attached and not sliding around at all. Now I've got the lathe started up. I'm going to skim cut the sides of the tip. I like to take light and quick passes. If you heat the tip up too much, it'll want to delaminate on you. I'll run it a few times and then I'll use my fingernail to feel the edge, make sure it's real close. Now the tricky part. You take the knife, lay it flat on the ferrule, and work your way towards the end of the tip. And once you get this down, you can peel the leather right off, very precise. Doing it this way, if you have any type of run out in the end of the tip, it doesn't really matter. The knife will just cut it flush every time. After that, I'll take and I'll face usually 2 or so layers off. Just really depends on how the tip looks in relation to the diameter of the shaft. Some tips are thicker than others. I usually ask the customer whether he wants it thick or thin. Now I'm going to take my tip cutting rest and I'll run it up to the nickel profile, get it centered, and I'll grab a box cutter blade. I lay it down, grab it with both hands, holding pressure down, and just lightly start at the corners and work your way around kind of have to get a feel for this too. Sometimes if you flip the blade over, it cuts better on one side than the other. But you don't want to force it, you don't want to heat it up too much. Like I said, you'll get the feel for it, especially after you've done as many tips as I have. And I'll run it a few times, and I'll run the pattern up closer to where I can see better. And I just keep working it until I get it exactly how I like it. The tip rest actually has a penny, a dime, and a nickel radius. Now we're going to hit it with a little burnisher. I've been using this Tiger brand liquid burnisher. Shake it up real good and just barely pop a drop on it. Once you do that, you'll see it coat. Grab you a piece of leather, press it on there and burnish it in. You'll see it shine up pretty good at this point. And then my last step, I like to take a little piece of beeswax and touch the side of it, burnish it one more time. Seems to add a little extra gloss to it. A local guy showed me that trick a while back. I've been using it a lot. Now I'll take, this is a Sandman tip tool, and just kind of give it one little extra whack on the end to kind of fuzz it up and make it look pretty. At this point, you're good to go. Doesn't look bad.